that working? What's up? 5 people, it looks like. I can't see any comments. The sidebar where I think people usually chat is not there. It's like, let's see, maybe that's a, I'm like wondering if that's a setting that I needed to do. No, live chat, it's there. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, stay there, guys. I'm gonna reload the page and see if comments appear. Sorry, guys. Now there's 6 people here. Technical difficulties. I think I'll have it figured out in 1 second. Hello. Okay. I think it says there are 7 people here now, which is great. I expected maybe 1 or 2, so I'll take 7 for sure. Also, if any of you 7 are listening, the technical difficulties are that the chat won't work, so I can't use chat for wall jokes. No, but yeah, the whole like sidebar where chat is, I think, supposed to show up is there's a monkey with a hammer, and it says something went wrong. So I don't know what to do about that. You can see the to stage left, you can see the components for today's build. 10 people here now. Wow, you guys. Right off the rip, the giveaway, the actual drawing will happen once 100 entries have been reached. So if that's tonight, then the drawing will just happen tonight for the gaming PC. And if that happens in a day or 2 days or whatever, if you entered now, you're still in it. Man, I wish I could see a chat and ask you guys if the video description, had the link to the form. Let me see. Let me pull up the actual form now. Okay. I think, let me see, responses. 3. There you go. Great. 3 emails so far. One looks like it's an email from a friend of mine. It might be. Anyways, yeah, again, sorry, can't see chat. I'll be back in 1 moment. Okay, back. Sorry. No, we went from 10 to 6. Oh, we're at 7. Okay, anyways, whoever's here, yeah, please go ahead and add your email to the form. Again, for those of you who have just joined, I don't have chat. The sidebar where chat is supposed to be is not there. So I'll just continue and assume that people can hear me. There's like a volume indicator. So I think from my microphone, so I think people can hear me. All right, well, welcome. Anyone who actually came to this, you're goated as hell. Chat, you guys are the best so far. You're the best chat I've ever had. So let's get into things. Hopefully you guys can hear me when I turn. I'll try to project enough. But yeah, so let's have a little parts overview, see what we're dealing with for the giveaway itself. The idea behind this build was a budget build, because that's a big part of the, almost dropped the CPU. That's a big part of the cases that I made, that the Kickstarters for a big idea behind it was to make sure it was cheap, because I didn't see many test benches that were like looked good and were cheap. They were always like hundreds of dollars. So that was why I started Flat Lab. So yeah, budget kind of build. Ryzen 5500 for the CPU. just a 500 gig Gen 4 drive for storage. I did one that was like, I think it's almost 7,000 megabytes a second. So I think decent speed for like the PC itself. Motherboard is the A520i AC from Gigabyte, and the the power supply is the SX500 from Silverstone. The RAM also is 2 sticks of 8 gigs each, just like Corsair low profile memory. So both of that's it's like inside the motherboard box though. Yeah, let's see. Wow, great. Tons of 7 responses so far to the forum. So yeah, let's get started. Actually, quickly, before I start unboxing things, an overview of the case itself. I have no idea how this is going to work. We'll see if you guys can see this. But the case itself, oh, this is so shaky. Hold on. Okay, so the case itself is right there. That's the Mini-ITX case from my business, Flat Lab. And yeah, you got all the parts that you need to build the entire case right there. And we will, I think, start by unboxing the parts. Let's see if I can get this really old shitty webcam focused as it can be. There you go. Okay, well, actually, you know what? Maybe I think I'm going to build the case first because taking the parts out doesn't really make sense if the case isn't built yet. So let's go over here and start the case building process. Okay, I'm going to put some more light on. Let's see. There, that's better to some extent, I think, right? How much space do I have to work with? Not a ton. Let's see. Try to like move my camera setup so that it can mostly see stuff. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so let's build the case. Little overview of the case from Flat Lab. Also, yeah, for those of you who are new, the channel is, I think, only like a week old or something, but the channel is for the icon of the channel is a picture of the case. Going to build that case that you see in the icon there. The business is called Flat Lab, and we're launching a Kickstarter next month in August. So this giveaway is to promote the Kickstarter. The page will go out pretty soon. Yeah, we're hoping to drum up a little interest. Right now, these cases are for sale on Etsy. And yeah, the Kickstarter is launching soon. We have a website, which I think is linked in the YouTube profile as well. But yeah, so the original idea for this case and really for this whole business was I wanted a test bench style case. So this was one of the first prototypes. And I wanted something that functioned like a test bed so that I could get to all my parts because I swap things out a lot. And this was for like a local AI PC. So I wanted to swap parts out a lot and have easy access to like cooling and the components. I wanted open air for cooling and to monitor my parts as well. So kind of leaning toward test bench, but with test benches, I found that either it was really aesthetically pleasing, looked great on your desk and was hundreds of dollars, or it was like a single slab of acrylic, that's like $10 on Amazon or something. So, and didn't fit, it fit every component a little bit, but not my component specifically. So yeah, that was essentially the progenesis of the business and the case. And again, this is the first because it got little feet on the bottom. But yeah, this is the first prototype from the company, or from myself, I guess. And it was good enough that I wanted to make a lot of changes. So I switched to FDM printing instead of MJF, and started iterating on the design, started selling them on Etsy, made a couple tweaks along the way. And here you have it. Flat Lab, the name for the business is because the case lays flat, which keeps it remarkably inexpensive to manufacture. But yeah, so this is exactly how you would get it. Like if you bought it from our Etsy page right now, this is exactly what you'd get inside like a padded box. So you have your 2 legs, your motherboard tray, your PSU tray, and this is the like a 2-slot graphics card bracket that you guys will see in a second. But yeah, so we'll start with, and then yeah, anyone who orders these, you get 3 baggies. 1 is for assembling the case, 1 is for the motherboard, and 1 is for the graphics card bracket. So I felt like splitting it up that way was, I don't know, potentially the best way to do that. Hopefully it seems that way to other people. Also, I split it up into 3 baggies because when I was buying parts for like assembling these and packaging them, once I had started selling them, I was like, okay, well, I need little baggies for the screws. And I had no idea, when you buy like bulk baggies from like business suppliers, which is where I needed the boxes and stuff from, when you buy bulk baggies, like each baggie, I think it's like 1/10 of a cent or something like that. Like it's so cheap, it's like not even noticeable. It's kind of insane. So okay, so yeah, you start. Also, for those of you who are new or have just joined, thank you, welcome. I explained a little bit about the company and the case that we make and sell. I think the form, I'm assuming, I've seen enough responses to assume that I put the form correctly in the details, but yeah, for anyone new, I can't see chat. It's broken, it's not coming up. There's a monkey with a hammer. So I have, virtually and literally no idea if anyone's saying anything, what they would be saying. So, but welcome nonetheless. Bear with me. Hopefully I can just read your minds. Chat, we're just that close. Now, see, I can't make meta chat jokes because there's no chat. But yeah, so the case process was designed to be simple. You have just 8 screws to get everything together. Sorry, I'm trying to like not entirely block the camera so you guys can see this process, but that does make assembling it a little bit harder. Yeah, so you can see it's pretty simple, but designed to err on the side of like caution with robustness. So there's like 2 bolts on each side for the PSU bracket, 2 bolts on each side for the motherboard mount, and that was kind of just because, yeah, I figured I wanted to err on, quote unquote, over engineering it versus under engineering it. I'll show you guys in a little bit too. This is like, this only would fit a Mini-ITX board and then up to 2 slots of like graphics IO. But there's a version that also fits Mini-DTX motherboards, like ITX as well, but it can have up to a 3-slot card or multiple different size PSUs, or I should say, and multiple PSUs. Okay, and then lastly, you have the graphics card bolt, if I can get it out. Okay. Oh man, the print on this one is the tolerances are crazy. It's pretty tight. But yeah, so this is the graphics card slot, as you can see here. Again, welcome anyone. Chat is broken. Apologies. I'll try to say that semi-frequently so new people know what's up. But yeah, no chat. Sorry, chat. You're dead. Hey, you're done. But yeah, you got some feet on the bottom of all the cases, rubber feet to support everything. So it's grippy on most surfaces. And then if you have some vibrations, it's going to be all right. You guys know it's good with the vibrations. But yeah, that's it. I don't know how long that was, like maybe a minute or 2 to assemble this case. You can see the IO cutout is down here. There's a top facing version as well. So you can have the IO of your motherboard come out the bottom and loop under, which is what I originally had the design for. I wanted that, but some people want it on top, so you can switch it to the top. Got your motherboard standoffs there. But yeah, let's set that aside. Put the motherboard baggie there. And yeah, I think I have like a list of the order in which to do things, or I wouldn't remember. Okay. Sorry, one moment. Can you guys see my phone? Okay, so let's see. Component unboxing, I think, is next on the list. So let's maybe do it in chronological order, shall we? Motherboard, again, welcome to any of you who are just joining. I don't have chat. I don't see chat. There's no chat. It's broken. There's a monkey with a hammer, and it's apologizing to me. Okay. This is the motherboard we're working with. Again, kind of a budget gaming rig, but I thought this one looked really nice. Additionally, the kind of thought process behind this motherboard specifically was, of all the parts, I feel like you should keep in mind your, there you go. I feel like of all the parts where you want to spend a little more up front to make upgrading easier later on, I feel like a good motherboard is one of those things where, if I wanted to, it's like an LGA, or sorry, an AM4 socket. So you could totally pop in, I don't know, 7800 X3D or something like that. I think that's the right one. I've been Intel for a while, but yeah, so you could pop in, a plenty high-end CPU and, later on and be fine. As far as I know, yeah, this motherboard has PCI Gen 5, PCIe Gen 5. So yeah, a lot of hopefully upgrade options later. Let's see, what should we do next? I mean, I'm trying to think. Like the easiest thing, I guess, next is the SSD. So we can do that here. I'm trying to like unbox things maybe in an order where I can assemble them, but I don't know if that's actually the best move. Okay, here you go. Here's our SSD. Actually, yeah, maybe I will just kind of leave things unboxed and then assemble all at once. Again, welcome anyone who's new. I don't have chat. My apologies. It's just not there. It just won't work. So yeah, if anyone's saying anything, I'm really sorry, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Okay. CPU, Ryzen 5 5500. This will be the first AMD build I've done in, I think, 2 or 3 years. I do a lot of builds. Like I build pretty frequently. I don't want to write this. There we go. So I do builds pretty frequently, but I feel like for a pretty good long while, I've been Intel. Not because I love them, but because it's what I'm familiar with. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to open all these correctly so I don't rip anything. Okay. Thermal paste pre-installed. Very nice. Okay. What's in here? Let's see. I don't know. There we go. Okay. And the power supply. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see me doing stuff. Again, those of you who are new, welcome. On behalf of Flat Lab, thanks for being here. And you better stick around. You guys, I haven't said this yet, but if you don't have 100% watch time, automatically disqualified. No, I'm just kidding. But maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't have chat, so you can't reply to me. Here's our little SFX unit, gold rated, even though it's only 500 watts. Plenty efficient, and 500 for a budget build I really think is okay, especially for like an ITX one. Let me see what cables I'm going to need. I'm actually not too sure. Okay, 24 pin, definitely. SATA, nope. Man, there are so many Molex. There are so many Molex cables in here. That's insane. Okay, I do need one VGA at least. I don't know why this one is blue. PCIe, yeah. That should be it. And then this must also be PCIe, unless this is the CPU. Oh, God. I think, are they the same? I feel like I always ask myself that, and I think they are not. They're not the same. Are they? No, they're not. Okay, that's great. So this is for the CPU. Let's take that out. Oh, here we go. Okay. And obviously to the winner, all the extras, like the extra power supply stuff and motherboard stuff, obviously all of that would get to you as well. Don't fret. Okay. I don't know which side goes where. I'm just going to assume this. That felt great. That felt correct for sure. IDE and SATA, PCIe 8-pin, Sense 4-pin, and ESP 8-pin. We do have an ESP 8-pin. We do indeed. Okay, so that certainly must be this then. Right. Perhaps not. Oh, actually, wait, no, this has to be PCI because it has 2 cables coming out, but I don't actually need that. Ugh, sorry to whoever gets this in the future. I unwrapped the wrong cable. Also, to all of you who are new, sorry I keep saying this. Hello. But I have no chat. This is the first YouTube live of the channel. I don't know why I don't have chat, but I don't have chat. Haven't had it the whole time, even though I really, am only doing a live stream because I wanted to make hey chat jokes. So, my disappointment is immeasurable, as you'd imagine. Okay, PCIe. There we go. Okay, and then there has to be the one cable in here that's for, there's supposed to be one for like CPU power. Maybe it was this. Have I lost it? I don't think so. I mean, this looks like this is for it. ESP 8-pin. But it's not actually, I don't know. I guess I have to assume that that's for that. Must I assume that? Yeah, because that's the opposite. Okay, well, sorry that took me so long to understand. Hopefully that's all I need. I feel like it is. I feel like it has to be 2 for the motherboard and 1 for the graphics card. Again, welcome anyone who's new. Sorry, I don't have chat. I wish I did. Literally, the whole point of this was to have chat. But because I don't have chat, a bunch of shit just fell over. Because I don't have chat, I will just tell all of you guys, yeah, the business is Flat Lab. That's the YouTube channel name. Right now, we're selling these PC cases on Etsy, and then a Kickstarter is happening soon. So yeah, this is a promotion for the cases, which I designed and sell. There's like a Micro-ITX version out of frame there that I'm sure I'll show later. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Just unboxing the PC components now. Did the case build earlier. Again, to all of those of you who are new, we don't have chat. Okay, there's that. One more cable for the power supply, and I think that's everything for a whole entire PC build. That was pretty quick. What are we at? 20 minutes? Okay. Power supply, I will set off to the side until the end. And yeah, let's see what we need to do first. So we will need these to be off. I think those are that's the only modification to the motherboard would be taking these cables or these screws off. It seems like that's the only thing I need to do. So hopefully that's correct. Because I'm assuming you don't leave that on. I think that's for a different type of cooler, right? I'm not, also to those of you who are new, I was talking about the fact that I haven't done an AMD build in a really, really long ass time. A ridiculous amount of time. If you guys look up our Etsy, also you can buy these cases now. I'll keep producing those because I have to. I financially couldn't recover from not continually selling them. Okay, I think I leave this in. I think this is how it works. I think I leave that in, but I have these pieces extra. That's fine. Okay. If that's correct, woohoo. Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. I haven't done an AMD CPU in so long. I guess it's just exactly the same. I'm always scared it's not going to be locked in. Chat, what's up, chat? Sorry, I don't actually have chat. It's broken. There's a monkey. He has a hammer. He's apologizing. Sorry about it. I'm also sorry. Okay. Got that in there firmly. Let's see what orientation of this I should have. Where's my... Okay, CPU fan is over there. So probably like that is the most ideal, I think. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Okay. That feels great. I think this is correct. Again, welcome anyone who's new. Thanks for being here. This is to promote the Kickstarter that will be launching soon for the cases of my business Flat Lab that I designed and started selling on Etsy recently. Yeah, this is a giveaway, a sponsored giveaway, sponsored just by myself. Okay, damn. I think I really have to go underneath the fan shroud to get over there. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Done. Okay. I think we're about done screwing stuff in here. Yep. Feels great. Man, I wish I could cable manage this slightly better, but maybe I can actually. That's good. That looks great. Okay. Nice. All right. CPU in. Let's do the SSD next. Actually, before I do the SSD next, let's do this. Again, those of you who are new, I was going over the fact that I will be obviously providing back all the extra parts that came with these components. So, like if you win the giveaway, you'll get all of the accessories and stuff, mounting hardware that came with the items. Okay, CPU is in. It's looking beautiful. Let's do the SSD. Okay, I don't know if it's supposed to make contact with that, like intentionally, or if it won't make contact at all. Okay, actually, a screw on top. I've gotten so used to motherboards having like the little plastic clips. I feel like I haven't seen a screw in a while. Okay, let's get this in. There we go. Okay. Welcome everyone who is new. Flat Lab company. We make this case. I designed and sell this case. I'm on Etsy right now, and we're launching a Kickstarter. Sorry, I probably sound like if any of you have been here the whole time, sorry for how much I'm saying it. Again, as a quick reminder, to any of you who are new, chat is not working for me. This is the channel's first live stream, so I don't have chat. I'm very sorry. I really wish I did. Coming along nicely. 500 gig Gen 4 SSD, a 5500 AM4 processor. Okay, we got everything. We got the RAM, we got the storage, got the CPU. The graphics card is out of frame. We'll get that at the end, of course. Let's do, I suppose, the motherboard mounting here real quick. Sorry, I was looking off camera. Yeah, so you can see the I/O goes down below, so you can run cables down below. That was the initial idea. Okay, we got our last bag of screws here. These are for the motherboard. We'll get that in here. Usually I just pop all of the screws in first and then go through and put the nuts on afterwards, after it's kind of all generally secured. Okay, so as you can see, you guys, hopefully this is a selling point. Also, again, I see some new people. Sorry, I don't have chat. This is the first live stream of the channel, and YouTube, for some reason, it's broken. There's a monkey. He has a hammer. He's apologizing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, as you can see, this case is pretty damn easy to build in. I think it took 2 minutes-ish to assemble, if that, and then to assemble the case itself. And then, yeah, working on it, you can see, is just a breeze. For those of you wondering, I am looking into threaded inserts in this case, so you don't have to do the bolts on the backside. Getting the size right has been a tad bit of a challenge, but I think we'll get there. So yeah, here you go, completed PC in a case. Let's show you the power supply getting installed. So these cases can fit Mini-ITX or Mini-DTX motherboards. Power supplies, they can fit an SFX or an SFXL or an ATX power supply. There's just different sized brackets that allow you to have that size power supply in there. Again, with motherboards, there's a size tray that has the Mini-ITX version, and there's a micro-ATX version of this case, and an ATX and eATX version as well. And then same with graphics cards. You have a 2-slot installed here. If you want just a 1-slot card, actually, this just has a single slot. Like if you have like an NVIDIA A4000 or some single slot workstation card, you can get just that version. And you can get up to a 3-slot on these Mini-ITX cases, and up to a 4 or 5-slot on micro-ATX or ATX cases. It just has to do with bending under weight. But yeah, welcome anyone who's new. Thanks for entering. Thanks for popping over. I don't have chat. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, don't have chat. Sorry. I really do wish I did, but I do not. Okay, so now I've seen different approaches to this. We've sold maybe 50 or 60 of these cases so far. I've seen different approaches, like to whether or not you want the cables facing this way or facing out the back. And I originally designed it, when people asked me, like, I originally designed it to be like this, to have the cables coming kind of out the out towards the inside of the case, because it hides them better. So that was my original intention, but by no means does anyone else have to do it like that. That would be crazy. So yeah, some people just shoot them out the back and think that's a more elegant solution, perhaps. But let's get this in either way. Okay. Ooh, it's a little tight. Hopefully this print fits. I do a test fitting of everything before I mail them out, and I haven't done a test fitting of this because it was obviously for the giveaway. But I think it actually might be this cable. I don't think it's that it doesn't fit. I think that cable is just mad and butting up against shit. Let's see. You see my face. Okay, let's see. Man, yeah, I think the tolerance on this was not quite right. It's not quite fitting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This is the worst advertisement ever that this doesn't fit. But anyways, it's just like one singular corner is not fitting. But either way, let's get these cables up and over. Okay, I think this needs to spin around, and I think this goes at the end of it, right? Which side, I'm not sure. Oh, it's not necessary at all. That's curious. I don't think I've ever seen that. Have you guys seen some random 4-pin sticking off the end of this? Oh, maybe it's for like CPUs that need that. But yeah, so you can see I prefer to have the power supply having its cables face inward towards the case, because it's so much easier to hide everything. That's what I have found anyways. Let's see. I could probably go through this leg. See, there's so much wonderful cable management built into this case. Beautiful, elegant design, if I do say so myself. Let's bend these around a little bit. Okay, and then we have our VGA cable. So yeah, that's it. Now you can see, like, from the back, it looks obviously a little, cluttered with the cables. I guess my camera is horrible, so you can't really tell. But yeah, you can see, like, from the front, from the sides, like, it's just amazing. The cable management looks perfect to me. Like, even if you're looking at the side, like, it really is. I really tried my best to have this case designed as amazing as I could, which so far has led to some happy people on Etsy. Again, welcome anyone who's new. Thanks for joining. The things you have missed are that I don't have chat. YouTube Live is not giving me a chat. I don't know. There's a monkey there with a hammer. So my apologies. I can't see anything you guys are saying. And yeah, welcome to the live stream. Flat Lab. Hello. Flat Lab is the business. Right now we're selling these PC cases I designed. We're selling them on Etsy, and we're about to launch a Kickstarter. So this streamed build and giveaway is sponsored by the business, which is just me. So okay, let's see what thing to unplug to plug this in. I think it's off, right? Yep. Okay. Yup. All right. So as you probably notice, the last part missing here is the graphics card. We have gotten to that part of the build. And here we go. It is AMD. I will ruin the surprise a little bit, although you probably knew from the box. AMD RX 7690. Nope. 70. Nope. What is their current generation? 9060 XT. That's what it is. Man, I really don't keep up nearly enough with AMD. 9060 XT. Again, I'm so sorry. There's no chat. If you guys are asking questions or leaving comments, thank you so much. All I see when I look at the panel where chat's supposed to be is a monkey with a hammer, and he says, he looks just like that. Yeah, here's our graphics card. I'm going to leave all the protective stuff on, as unsatisfying as that is. I think I'll leave it all on for our lovely winner. Let's get the graphics card bracket prepared. So again, to those of you who are new, this GPU bracket has multiple designs. It can be anywhere from, you could have a single slot card where you don't need a bracket to up to like a 5-slot card on our micro ATX and ATX cases. The top just has this little rubber stamp on it, basically, so that when you install your graphics card into the case, all you have to do is, there are no screws. It's all just fit by friction, and you just put this little clasp on and bolt it in with the one little bolt. That's all you got to do. So let's do that right now. This is so hard to do, to try to not completely block the camera, but we'll see. Okay, so yep, screw the one screw in, and the rubber will hold that extremely securely, and you still have access, obviously, to all of the output ports. Actually, maybe I do need to take the plastic off for a startup. I might. And let's get our power cable for the graphics card. It's an 8-pin. Again, welcome any of you who are new. My apologies, I do not have chat, and I sound like a broken record saying that, but so many new people keep joining, and I don't know who's going to know. Okay, dude, piss off. Oh, I hate those little like extra ones, so it can be a 6 or an 8. I wish there was a better solution for that. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of cable management, I think, for that. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. Here we go. Nice. And you can obviously, use zip ties on the frame of this as well if you want to make it a little cleaner. But there you go, you guys. Not a bad looking PC build. Again, this is the case from Flat Lab. Kickstarter is launching next month. Right now, we're selling them on Etsy. That's who sponsored the stream, and by that I just mean me. The business is just myself. You can see your I/O is super easily accessible with that little cutout at the bottom. Pretty beautiful solution. And actually, let's get this thing powered on and make sure it boots up. Oh, and included in your case, another feature I hated with shitty, cheap test benches was their power buttons. It looked like they just bought them bulk on eBay from like a boat store or something. So I designed my own power and reset switch because that was all I cared about having. An I/O design is in the works for like USB 3 and stuff. But yeah, right now, so every case comes with one of these. You got red and black, you can choose which one is which, but just so you can keep track of which one is the power button, which one's the reset button. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this or if it will focus. This webcam is from, I don't know, 7 years ago. But if you guys can hear that, it's just 2 little clicky buttons in there, power switch and reset switch. And you can set it. We ship them with adhesive on the back, and you can just kind of click it anywhere, on your case is most convenient. So like if your case is facing you, you're at a desk, you were to the left, you could stick it on the left, right, vice versa. Or like how I have mine set up is I just plug it in and then have it kind of wired over on my desk to use. But yeah, okay, so let's, before I turn it on, I suppose, let's find the front I/O. Front USB, speaker, front panel. Great. I don't know which is which, but I suppose it doesn't matter because either of my buttons could be either thing. Also, yeah, they come with these little female jumpers on the switch, of course. Okay, let's turn it on and see if one of these buttons powers up this PC. I hope it does. Nope. Nope. All right. Maybe it's not that. I kind of assumed, but perhaps not. Okay, let's try this then. The black switch. We'll try until we get this right. Nope. There we go. Okay. So that was the power switch, meaning this, I think, has to be the reset switch. Yeah, look at that. We actually can't test whether or not it posts because I don't have the setup for that right now, or at least not here. But yeah, look at that, you guys. For those of you who stuck around for the whole thing, you're insane. Because I don't have chat. I can't reply to you. I don't know what anyone's saying. But look at this. A whole ass gaming PC built, ready to go. Graphics card is running. CPU is running. I'm assuming it posts. I'm not getting any check LEDs on it. Let's try the reset button, actually. Nope. Okay, I think I did get the reset wrong then. I'll have to look up which one that is. But this is the power button for sure. Yeah. Okay, so cool. Found the power button. That's great. To the 35 of you here, welcome. What's up? I have to bend down to see you guys. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I'll just leave it running here, I guess. But yeah, this is the case from FlatLab. In case you guys are curious about the dates and whatnot, August 18th, Monday, August 18th, the Kickstarter will launch, but its page should be available just this next week. If you look up FlatLab, you will, in fact, if you look up FlatLab, look at that custom tape, you guys, insane. Yeah, if you look up our business right now, you can purchase these cases already on Etsy. The goal of the Kickstarter was not just to scale this up to make them even cheaper to produce. The other goal was to sell enough of them to upfront be able to buy a sandblasting cabinet to make these have like a really professional looking finish instead of being clearly 3D printed. BD Binted, Bodas Binted. But yeah, again, sorry, I don't have chat at all. It's not there. I'm so sorry. I promise I love you guys and I wish chat was here, but it's not. Whatever. Yeah, let's see. Some minor things to go over here while it's just running in the background. Cost, selling these cases for $50 a piece. I feel like it's an amazing price for what you get. And if you want to get a different power supply later, you can. You want to get a different graphics card, you can. It gets cheaper the less you're adding. And the Micro-ITX case, which we also have, and I can show you as well. In fact, let me kind of angle that nicely, and then I'm just going to put the Micro-ITX version here while we chat as well. So yeah, you can see extremely similar, same design concept. This is also just an AM4 CPU, air cooling. You can see the 4-wide graphics card bracket here, same concept as the bracket on this case, obviously just 4-wide. Something else I'll show really briefly is there is also liquid cooling with these cases. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a liquid cooling bracket, a vertical orientation and a horizontal orientation for you to be able to, liquid cool your CPU or your GPU. This is the slightly larger version that will ship. Again, up to 3 GPU slots. Also, obviously, as you can imagine, like your graphics card could go out longer. You just have 2 slots of like output panel width, essentially. Yeah, let's show you guys what you get if you do decide to go support the Kickstarter. You will get 2 things in addition to the satisfaction of a wonderful high-value PC case. But yeah, so first thing you'll get is one of these limited edition gold foil cards. I'm trying to get that to shine, but it's just the whole case is shining. I'll take this one out. But yeah, signed card. It has the FlatLab logo on it. with, yeah, you can see there, gold foil, flat lab card, signed and numbered out of the, again, the first 50 orders will get that. In addition to that card, though, they will get a little Flat Lab branded screwdriver. The branding isn't on this one, but it is the screwdriver we're using. So yeah, first 50 people get a nice little screwdriver to use to assemble, so you don't have to go find your screwdriver, and one of these protected limited edition cards. I know it's not a lot, but I am entirely broke starting this business. It was all out of my own pocket. Again, this promotion, this PC build and giveaway was also just my own, funding, because that's all I have. But yeah, again, right now, those of you joining, thanks for joining. We're finishing up the build. I don't have chat. It's broken. Monkey, hammer. People will understand. But yeah, we just finished the build. As you can see, it's looking pretty nice. Graphics card we have, again, for those of you who are just joining, graphics card is a Radeon 9060 XT AM4 platform. We have a 5500, and then 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of Corsair low profile memory there. What else? 500 gig Gen 4 NVMe SSD from Crucial. That's about it. The board is great. It's got Wi-Fi. I think it's a multi-gig Ethernet port as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this case. I don't actually have chat. I don't know if you can see chat. If you can, let me know and I'll read it later. But and yeah, I think hello again. And I think the form is up and collecting responses, which is great. Yeah, again, for those of you just joining, get a little custom thing if you're one of the first 50 for the Kickstarter. The page will be live for the Kickstarter. Let me get down here. What's up, guys? What's up, chat? If only I could see you, chat. The Kickstarter page will go live next week, and then I think it's August 18th, the third Monday, I think, in August, in the middle of August, the Kickstarter will actually launch, and you can go get some of these for yourself. Again, Mini-ITX and Micro-ATX sizes. The goal of the Kickstarter was to scale this up to make it cheaper, and then also to add sandblasting as a post-production step to this. If I can sell enough of these cases, I can justify using the time and money it would cost to get that and start doing post-production on the 3D printed cases. And then I can still use the same engineering grade PET carbon fiber filament that has worked so well for this business so far. And if you're interested in supporting the business right now, you can go buy these on Etsy. Just look up Flat Lab on Etsy. I think we should be the only thing that comes up with that name there. And yeah, you know what? Thanks for sticking around, you guys. There's not much else to show you, but thank you everyone for joining. Here, I'll try to actually show my face. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Appreciate it a ton. We're at I think we peaked at 35 viewers, which is, look at us. Hey, look at us. Anyways, who would have thought? So many people watching, being real happy. What is it? Saturday night? Yeah, nice. The weekend. Again, I still don't have chat. I wish I did. Sorry, guys. Hopefully next time, I'm sure there will be another stream. I don't know if there's going to be another PC giveaway stream because, again, I'm broke because of this. But yeah, looking forward to, we're not going to do the drawing immediately right now because we haven't hit 100 yet, but we're pretty close. So I would imagine by tonight the drawing will happen. I'll make it either a video or go up live separately to show the packaging up and stuff to give this to the winner. So stick around for that. Again, hope to see you guys on the Kickstarter page very soon. Next week, the page will be up pre-launch. So you can see everything, you just can't back it yet. And then let me actually look it up again so I have the right date. August 18th, Monday, August 18th, the Kickstarter will actually launch. The first 50 people get the little goodies that I showed earlier, in addition to their case of choice. Yeah, liquid cooling supported. Any motherboard size supported. What else? Graphics cards up to 4 slots, which is psychotic, supported. 5 slots, I guess, on the cases, supported. Any community, unknown. I don't know if I support them or not. It matters which one. Anyways, well, losing the plot here, so thanks for coming along, guys. Again, wish I had chat. Stay safe out there. Love you guys. And thanks for coming. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe, please. Anyways, we'll announce hopefully the winner shortly, and I will see you guys then. Thanks so much, and